talk about the home that's labeled an as-is. I'll let Cathy speak to that.
So sometimes on the listing remarks, you'll see that the house is noted as being as is, and typically that means that the seller's not going to make any repairs. The buyer would be welcome to inspections, just in the event that maybe there were some material defects discovered that the buyer might want to void the contract. But that the seller is listing it as is. The buyer's welcome to inspections, but the seller will not make any repairs. And has been really fairly common in our market the past few years because, sellers could.
I think
such a seller's market.
8 months or so, I've seen a lot less.
Mm-hmm.
It's
definitely,
starting.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's starting to change.
So we're all kind of seeing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't love as is. In a lot of reasons, because I feel like that turns buyers away who may be using financing as an FHA, USDA, that may ask for some repairs to be done. And I think that can always be up to the seller's decision where they want to do any of these, and it's better to have your pool of buyers be as large as possible.
Definitely.
In my opinion.
Staying on that for a minute, though, even though you do put the contract together to say you're going to buy it as is, the seller sometimes will come back and say, yeah, I'll do that.
Right.
It depends on the type and the amount. With repossessed properties, 99.9% of the time it's always as is.
Yeah.
And for good reason. When the bank acquires that property, they have no idea the items that need repaired, so they just typically do an as-is.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
And sometimes that does knock out FHA, VA, and rural buyers because of their rulings.
Is it true that most of those are even like cash only?
Many times they will do conventional, but that's with the knowledge that the loan officer, the bank that the buyer goes through will be okay with some repairs to that property.
Gotcha.